not streaming it. I'm just recording it, and it's loud. Yay! Okay, not actual gameplay footage. So what is this?
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
I need to play the second one still. I love Xenoblade. I love the Xeno series.
I couldn't find her anywhere.
So what? Is this like another one? Because I haven't played the second one, so I don't know what's going on, and I hope there's no spoilers for the second one.
It was as if she vanished off the face of all rest. Without a trace. Where have you gone? I'll find you, whatever it takes. This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join Smash!
Oh, what? Nice. Yeah, some more Xeno characters for Smash. Let's go.
Give it to me, Rex. Behold the power of the Aegis.
That's cool.
Smash flare.
You powered up your Smash attack with fire?
Flame Nova. Prominence revolt. Blazing end.
That's genius. You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters.
That's cool. I haven't played the second one. I don't know the character, but I'll definitely go for some more Xeno characters. Xeno's amazing series, so yes, perfect. Nice.
Mithra!
Cutting it close, huh? Hey, were these guys planning on leaving? Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through! Lightning Buster! Photonic! Ray of Punishment! Chromata! Foresight!
Man, I really need to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Right here!
You two can swap between each other freely.
Serious fire and blinding
I don't know exactly what that's about in the actual game, so I don't know. That's kind of a spoiler.
Wait, Gramps?
I'm trying to not look too much into this because I kind of want to stay without knowing anything about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 right now.
And there's a boy.
You're all mine!
I'll lend you a hand.
Sacred arrow! Unstrike! Burning sword!
Nailed it.
Sure did! Witness our power!
Shulk!
I never expected to see you two again.
Wait, he knows them?
Now that you're in Smash,
Or
I
does
won't go
he?
easy on you.
I don't want to know.
Fighting words. You forget. We're fighters too!
Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So what else? Hey!
Hello everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Yay! Nintendo!
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time. I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today. We appreciate your continued support. Okay, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mythra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah!
This fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just a bit longer.
Next month.
All right, let's continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Yeah! Let's see what's new. Fall Guys. Oh, Fall Guys coming to Nintendo Switch. But is it going to be cross-platform compatible? That's cute though. I mean, I do already own it on, like, from Steam. It was on sale, so I won't be getting it on Nintendo Switch this time.
Stumble toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system summer 2021.
Okay, so summer anyway. I hope they make it cross-platform compatible though.
You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed.
Wait, oh!
Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the secrets left behind by an ancient civilization.
I've seen a little bit about this game.
22 minutes.
I played it like
that,
very briefly,
the sun
but
will explode
I
and the
never
solar
really
system
got
will be
into it.
annihilated. However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered.
I mean, it looks kind of cool. I just never really got into it. I played it for like
repeating these
5 minutes
you'll
or
gradually
something.
Unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe. What messages will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop? Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch summer 2021. Put your sleuthing skills to the test in 2 classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. 2 deep cuts from Nintendo history are coming to North America for the first time.
I don't think I've heard of this
Localized
before.
in English and modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense, drama, and twists and turns await at every corner. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan.
There was a game I played on the DS.
You'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in
It may have been called like Hotel Dusk or Hotel 101. I forget what it's called. That's probably the closest thing I played to this.
The only case to crack.
You're in a classroom alone. You hear a voice behind you. You turn around.
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare. Interrogate suspects and hunt for clues to piece together these chilling conundrums.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Can you figure out who the culprit is?
No, not
before
quite
it's
so.
too late?
Some of these can be pretty fun though.
Uncover the deadly truth in Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 14th.
Okay, so they're like
Pre-orders
connected.
begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I don't know if I'd be going for something like that. I mean, it could be interesting though.
A new age of battles begins.
Okay, what is this? Fire Emblem? No. What is it? Samurai Warriors. Okay, I'm not really familiar with that series.
The latest entry in the Samurai Warriors franchise is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi.
Okay, so it's like a Dynasty Warriors type, I think. Maybe.
Unleash high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus 1,000 battles. In Samurai Warriors 5, slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2021. The vast world of Fadiel beckons. After 20 long years, Legend of Mana featuring remastered
Legend of
HD
Mana
graphics is coming to Nintendo Switch.
I played Secret of Mana. I haven't played the other ones.
Journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream. Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts. Place them on the map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts, as well as how to advance the story.
That sounds kind of cool.
Join
Creativity and
forces
stuff.
with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters.
I don't know,
Or take a
like,
break from
when I would ever
adventure
get to a game
and
like
rest up
this,
at home.
but I would actually like to play this one.
The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original soundtrack. Other features have been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana will launch on Nintendo Switch June 24th.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Square Enix, exactly. That's like part why I'm into it. Square Enix, Final Fantasy. Okay, what's this? Capcom! Capcom always has amazing games. Spider, no! This looks cool so far. I don't know what it is though.
Elder, I have important news.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
This looks really cool.
To face the biggest challenge yet.
I really like the setting. The monsters look creative and cool. Very cool.
Pull yourselves together. You're not getting in.
Let's go, everyone!
Monsters invading the village. Ah, that is. Oh my God! Are the monsters like fighting each other?
Here it comes. Watch out for the apex. Do not let it pass.
Oh, the apex. Oh, geez.
The Rampage. How long
Kong
do you think
vs.
it's going to last?
Godzilla. Ooh, I was wondering if it was a Monster Hunter. I haven't played any Monster Hunter games.
we should
I
start
really
preparations right away.
need to play a Monster Hunter game. I absolutely need to.
We must stop the calamity!
So a whole new Monster Hunter game, I'm guessing, because I've never played any before. Ooh, that looks really cool. That looks really cool. Yeah, if you were like a Monster Hunter fan,
That was the latest
That
trailer
looks really
for
awesome.
Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th.
and I wonder
Next,
which Monster Hunter game I
Please
should
take
start
a
with.
look at this.
I could even maybe I should even play start with that one right there. Hey! Yay! Some more Mario sports!
Once again.
Mario Golf. I never actually played too much for Mario sports.
Installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch.
You know, if I ever play a golf game, it would be Mario though.
Take your time to think things through. Then swing. Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters on courses filled with lush, natural scenery.
It does look like pretty cool environment there.
Use features on the greens, like a shot gauge, to see how your shot will curve due to slopes. And a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain.
I kind of feel like this would be a game I would be fine just playing as a demo though. I don't know. Like I said, I never really got into the sports ones too much, but I would definitely still play them. I just don't know, like, if I actually want to own sports games, like Mario sports games. Some of them might be fine, though.
In the game, letting you easily enjoy the sensation of golfing.
Ooh, motion controls. That's cool.
On top of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf, including this one.
Actually, Speed Golf?
Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time, then you'll race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing skills aren't the only things at play. Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the competition.
I think like if it's more like a miniature golf course, I think that would be fun.
As a Mii character,
I like that they have the Mii character. That's cool.
Skills while interacting with various
story mode.
Characters. Level up with experience points earned
Pink
during
Yoshi.
Matches. Then allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character however you'd like. You can also use your Mii in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test when Mario Golf Super Rush swings onto Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop after this presentation.
They said the first half of the year. Technically, that's the last. Isn't that the? No, that's the last. Okay, that's still. I guess that's still the first half. Barely.
As well as the familiar golf gameplay with easy-to-learn controls. Please look forward to this game on Nintendo Switch.
If there was a Mario, actually, if there was a golf game I would ever play, that one would probably be the one I'd play out of all the games, all the golf games in the world.
Nintendo Switch.
Yay! Let's see what else there is.
Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora
Telltales?
and Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh yeah, Telltale. Yeah, Telltale.
Reese and the quick-witted con artist Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash.
I actually played this on the Xbox One.
Filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters,
some of the Telltale games are a lot of fun though.
Just a handful of the obstacles
the Walking Dead one is actually my favorite though that I've done so far.
Wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands.
This one was alright though.
March 24th. 32 of Capcom's most beloved arcade classics are coming to Nintendo Switch. Rewind gameplay, adjust game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free, then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches later today.
I know I played some of these, but what?
Zombie, you just can't get enough of them. In this
action game
zombie fire, you'll build your zombie horde and take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish
that could be fun.
Sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
It looks like just, I don't know, this is like a fun, silly type of game.
It's Travis Touchdown versus Assassins. Wait, aliens?
Wait, what is this?
Aliens have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this even
Oh,
the right game?
No More Heroes. Okay, yeah.
After annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over.
Yeah, he's familiar. I've never played No More Heroes, though.
Earth's fate. Here we go. As the crass, beam katana-wielding assassin Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens.
The style looks pretty cool, though. I think like the style is really creative for this game.
Carefully to gain the upper hand in combat.
Not sure if it's a game that I would really like get into deeply, but I definitely would always be up to like try out, you know, a lot of these games. I never played any of the No More Heroes games though.
Some whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway, it'll all make sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on Earth, or you know, Nintendo Switch, August 27th. Exterminate demons in heaven.
As above, so below.
Wait,
Why do they need
I forgot what
in
other
heaven
games this company created.
to do someone's dirty work.
Sacrifice cards. So you're playing with cards for the gameplay. I mean, it actually seems pretty interesting. Again, I'm not sure if this is one that I would like really play, but like it's a little bit, you know, the style's kind of evilish. But
God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
got some cool art and gameplay looks cool, I'd say. But I don't know if it's really one I'd really get into.
Uncover Heaven's Mysteries in Neon White, coming to Nintendo Switch, Winter 2021.
Hey, that's not the first part of the year. I'm pretty sure I saw it says first part of the year.
Supergirl girls are here to save the day.
I don't care about DC. We need Marvel. Nah, some DC is fine.
I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and backup. This is Supergirl. She's super strong and has heat vision, plus super breath. And
I mean, it doesn't.
An Amazonian warrior.
I don't think it compares to, what is it, Ultimate Alliance Marvel, you know?
Our friends Green Lantern, Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh, and maybe take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it.
Maybe if it had like, if it went back to that older style from like the 90s Batman cartoons, something like that, I think that would be more cool, but that's kind of like maybe partly nostalgia there for me too.
Just gotta make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
I mean, this looks like a cute little game. Again, I don't know if it's one I would actually play.
Switch, June 4th. Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
Mushrooms. Plants vs. Zombies! Is it like just a new character or is it a new game? Because Plants vs. Zombies is fun. And Battle for Neighborville? So I haven't been paying attention to which Plants vs. Zombies games have actually been out on Nintendo Switch. I know that there was like a number 2. I played that on the Xbox One. I actually haven't been paying attention to the DLCs if there were any either. But yeah, Plants vs. Zombies is definitely a lot of fun. It's more fun, I think, with the more people you have in it though. Well, for this particular one. I really liked the very first Plants vs. Zombies game though, where it wasn't in like the 3D format. But this one is also like Garden Warfare is also fun. So Battle for Neighborville Complete Edition.
Who will join you in your adventure? Hint, anyone can. Band together on
Miitopia?
a quest to face evil and save faces. Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Exercise!
Cast characters in various roles across the kingdom.
I mean, it looks
Turn your
cute.
people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord.
Okay.
Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure.
I like to put a little bit of makeup on my Mii.
There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii creations and make them even more fabulous. In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle. If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse.
Now you can fight each other.
Whoa!
Horse!
You can have a horse as an ally?
That's
That
cool.
sounds pretty darn good.
Pretty
Care
darn
for
good.
it,
Oh
and
no.
it'll lend a hand or food in battle.
This looks
Venture with
cute. I
friends and
mean,
familiar faces in the lighthearted romp.
I think I wouldn't mind
Coming
trying
to
it out.
Nintendo Switch, May 21st.
But I don't know if I want to,
Pre-orders
like,
begin
you know.
today on Nintendo eShop.
I don't know if I want to pay, like, you know, a full price that I usually pay for a game for like, this type of game.
Super Mario
Yeah!
themed items are coming to your
I
island.
want Super Mario themed items in Animal Crossing. I can't wait.
Super
Oh!
Mario Brothers 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game.
Ooh. Cool. I love it. I love
Familiar
it.
Items like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items.
I gotta get all these items.
So place them however and wherever you'd like.
So cool.
You can also place 2 warp pipes.
You can have thwomps and warp pipes. Wait. Oh my god, that is so cool.
Then use them to travel between locations on your island.
Ooh, hide and seek gets even tougher, guys.
Creating the Mushroom Kingdom.
Hide and seek tag, I should say. Hide and seek 2, actually.
A free update for the game launches February 25th.
Ooh, that's not that far.
After downloading it, Super Mario Brothers items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st.
Yes! I gotta buy everything. I'm gonna
Keep an
own
eye
every
on the
item.
official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
Ooh, I can't wait. That's so cool. I am so excited for the Mario items.
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
Yay!
How was that?
That's like
These
just
collaboration
pretty much a week
items
away.
Will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release. Speaking of which, last week, we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game.
Yes, you did.
We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well.
And I am.
Next,
can't wait to do
we
more
have
of it
another
too.
game to show you.
I will be streaming that again. Ooh, ooh, okay. What is this? I'm getting vibes. I'm feeling vibes. I don't know what this is yet, but it looks, so far it seems pretty cool. Latest HD.
Uses no recourse. Swords. Never.
Oh wait, no.
Frost will answer for its crimes today.
Oh, it's like a.
The wages
Okay.
of royalty. Raised earth and burnt corpses.
The first part seemed really cool looking. I mean, it could still be a fun game. I was expecting something,
You are a leader and
in
must
higher
be the beacon others look
graphics,
to when the
but
night is darkest. Together with these fields.
it still looks
Today
cool.
you burn.
But what is it still?
I promise to do all in my power. to
Yeah,
see us through
tactical
this
RPG
safely,
like
every
Final Fantasy
last one of us.
Tactics. Triangle strategy. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, it still looks cool.
Far, far away lies the continent of Norzilia, comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
I don't know, that made me laugh.
In this new tactical
battle.
RPG, battles take place
Death,
in terrain with
I
different
guess.
elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended
Yeah,
by attacking from higher
it's
ground
like
with long-range
Fire
weapons,
Emblem
such as bows and arrows. Thus,
or
your
Final
forces
Fantasy
can
Tactics
use
kind of
the
game.
terrain and other elements to gain the upper hand. An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack. We win.
I mean,
Link attacks together
it's
by
not
first
really
casting ice magic on the
anything
flames to
new
create
so
water
much.
terrain. Then electrify
Team
the
up with
area
allies, it
lightning
says.
magic. It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield before taking action. Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly, do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause.
I like the idea of having the choices and stuff like that, but
based on how the votes are cast.
So they
I
refuse
just,
to relinquish
I
it.
don't know. I would kind of like to see something more, you know.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey
don't know,
may
more-
take you down paths divergent
Just
from
more
those of other
graphically
players.
You will
in
see
depth.
what true might is.
If I want to play a game like this, I would just go with Fire Emblem. Unless you're like really into tactical RPGs and you just love to play every tactical RPG. But
please be on the lookout for more information.
I mean, it still looks cool. I don't know. I'm always up for trying games, of course.
A demo version of this
But
game will be available to download on Nintendo eShop.
I just-
and in the future, we'll
I don't
conduct
know.
a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses on the demo.
Again, this is not the first part of 2021.
Please look forward to future updates on this brand
Because
new
that's what they
tactical
mentioned at the
RPG
start.
from Square Enix. Okay,
Oh, it's from
let's see
Square
a few
Enix?
more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Okay, Square Enix always like gives it an extra thing for
All
me.
hunters. Do you have what it takes?
Wait, I think I saw Star Wars. And it is Star Wars. Star Wars Hunters? Ooh, what is that going to be like?
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this
Free-to-play
third-person
online.
shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
That could be cool. I haven't really played too much for Star Wars games, but... Hey, hey!
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City.
That was from Warcraft.
We all play for different reasons.
Oh, this is... No, never mind. This is Fortnite, isn't it? It's Fortnite. But that dude looks like he's from Warcraft.
Hades soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
In my line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past
He looks...
you.
I don't know, I'm getting a Fortnite vibe, though.
Just once, I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Family friendly!
Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu
Okay, so what the heck is this? What? What is this?
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
Ooh, burn. No.
Roger that. Heads up, Your Highness.
Eat this!
a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team.
I feel like these characters are based off of like games that I know of and stuff. Like that one kind of reminded me of the previous one. Reminded me of Final Fantasy a little bit. Like I don't know, like what
Interview's over.
a discount version of Final Fantasy. I don't know. Okay, so that one's called Knockout City. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'm really interested.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a
I haven't
fight
actually
for your
played
life.
those games.
Literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
I don't want to die yet. Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
The one behind the whole game of fate.
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with the group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End.
Holy, that's a giant bike.
Switch,
Oh my god, that'd be, I want to like have a bike like that. That'd be kind of funny.
Wield the powers of
Oh,
Olympus
Hades.
with the physical release of Hades.
I've never played that one
the
either.
critically acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards.
It looks pretty
Is
cool,
getting
actually.
A physical release on Nintendo Switch. This version comes with a couple of extras to assist you on your journey.
I don't think I would go. I don't think I would
The
actually
first
own
is
a
PC
physical
download code
copy
for
of
the
this
Hades
game,
original
though.
Soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping
Probably
music
just stick with
composed by
digital.
Darren Korb,
Just play it digitally.
known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is
Oh, Bastion, I know
32-page
Bastion.
full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades on March 19th.
It looks cool. It looks cool.
3 deadly action games, 1 masterful collection.
Ninja Gaiden! Yeah!
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Master
Ninja
Collection.
Gaiden Sigma 2.
Ooh!
And Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
I haven't, like, I've played some Ninja Gaiden, but I've never completed one. Except for, like, the very first NES
You
one.
are the legendary
I would
ninja
totally
Ryu
go for
Hayabusa,
this.
fighting against
Yeah.
a great evil with
This would
battle
give me an
skills that are
opportunity to
second
actually
none.
play and
Wield
complete the
an
game.
arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills.
The only thing is this only available on Nintendo Switch? Because if it's available on other other platforms, then you know it might run better and look better. Unfortunately, sorry Nintendo Switch. Sorry Nintendo.
Fulfill your destiny.
I would definitely go for this
All
though.
previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection.
That's cool.
Ninja
I like
Gaiden
this.
Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
I'm kind of assuming it's going to be available on other platforms though. So I don't know if I'd get it on the Nintendo Switch.
More battles are coming to
Oh,
Hyrule
I haven't
Warriors.
played it
Season
yet. I
Calamity.
haven't played Hyrule Warriors 1 or 2. I can't wait to play it. And I don't know if I want to look because I don't know if it's spoilers. I'm going to kind of just ignore it, sort of. I can't wait to play this game, though. And I can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2. It is going to be amazing. Man, I need to get onto Hyrule Warriors. I need to play that game, and I need to play the second one. I need to buy the second one. I don't even have the second one yet. I do have the first one, though, and I haven't played it. I really need to do that. Expansion Pass. Okay, that's cool. $20. Well, I wonder if it's worth it.
There's
Even
more
more!
coming to Nintendo Switch.
Sweet. Let's show us.
Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 heroes
I've
of light
never
soon
played
embark on a
Bravely
journey to restore the
Bravely
crystals.
Default.
Use the job system to develop your characters and master the brave and default commands to emerge victorious in turn-based battles.
I live to fight
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available.
It's a game that I wouldn't mind trying. I don't know. I mean, the art is kind of cute, but I don't know if I'm like super big on it.
You'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the Demon Realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters: Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th.
So is that like a whole new Ghosts and Goblins game? Because that could be cool. I've played Ghosts and Goblins, but I've never played it like a lot.
8 protagonists, 8 captivating journeys.
Square
Saga
Enix.
Frontier has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories.
I'm not sure what I think of this, honestly.
Protagonist fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Azalea. Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game
not to be missed, he says. I don't know though. I mean, the graphics don't really grab me. I don't know if it's.
Switch system.
Ooh!
This free-to-play battle royale features
March 9. We can play it, guys.
Strategic combat.
Out of all the battle royale games, this has been my favorite so far. I've not really gotten into battle royale an insane amount though.
Season 8 Mayhem Battle Pass. Plus, for the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch.
That could be cool. I may be fine to actually stream this one time, although I'm not very good at it.
How's it going so far?
I hardly play it though either.
There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay, are you gonna save the best for last?
Next, please take a look at this.
Okay, what is it?
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series.
Legend of Zelda series!
I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game.
Is there?
Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
That's okay.
We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year.
That's cool, that's cool. I absolutely look forward to it.
We'll have to wait just a bit longer.
But you are going to show something else though, right?
While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh, what is it?
Please take a look.
Ooh! I love Zelda. Let's see what it is. I'm excited. Wait, is it Skyward Sword? Like a Skyward Sword remastered, or is it something else? This game was amazing. I loved Skyward Sword. I don't need to get it again though. Like, I am perfectly good with it. I know some of you guys though mentioned wanting I think like a remastered one on the Nintendo Switch, so that's awesome for you guys, but I love the villain too. It's like cool, they have like a whole new type of villain. Skyward Sword HD! It deserves it though. It's a great game.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold 2 Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword.
that's cool. That's cool how they have that like that.
Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction.
I feel like the motion
Here's
or
something
the
else we've
motion
been
sensor
working on.
thing would be the best with that,
Specially
though.
designed Joy-Con
Ooh!
controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a
Oh, I
Hylian
love
shield
that. I love
The
Zelda.
Legend
Like,
of Zelda Skyward Sword,
Zelda
as the
style
game
things
depicting
are
the earliest
so
story in the Legend
awesome.
of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii and those playing it for the first time will enjoy discovering the origins of The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
So is
Following
that
this
it for the Nintendo Direct?
You'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release day at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina
Oh
gauge
yeah,
that
that's right.
depleted as you scaled
You know what? I
walls with
actually
vines
forgot
or
about
ran.
some of like the stamina
Even the concept
gauge. I
of
completely
collecting
forgot about
items to
that in
upgrade
Skyward
gear.
Sword.
I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well.
Yeah, this game is really, really good. Skyward Sword is amazing. Absolutely play it. Absolutely play it if you haven't. If you like the Zelda series, you definitely have to
Please
give it a
look
try.
forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Great, great game.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today.
Ah, there's
Please
one
take
more.
a look at this.
Okay, what is it? What is it? What is it? Okay. Ah, not actual gameplay footage though. Okay. What is it? What is it? Oh! What? Wait, Splatoon! 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 Oh my gosh! I mentioned Splatoon 3. I don't know. Is this Splatoon 3 or is it like some other type of Splatoon thing? Because like, oh my god! I mentioned it! I called it! I called it! I just recently got into Splatoon. Little buddy's turn. Oh, what? Is this, okay, is this Splatoon 3 or is this something else? That's what I'm wondering right now. Because like they could have like done kind of like this spin-off type of thing. I'm excited. I wonder what this is gonna show right now. We're in a bus going somewhere. And she has a little friend dude, which usually those guys are the ones that you would fight in the salmon run thing. And we're in a town! We're in a city! Oh, this is cool looking! And listen to that music, guys! Listen to that music! Ooh! I'm loving the music. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh yeah! Splatoon 3! I called it! I called it! Awesome! Oh yeah! Back to that awesome music! Nice. I need to play Splatoon 2 still. I need to do the story mode and play that some more. Back into the ink. 2022. So we got another year waiting. So it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch then. So it's like some people were thinking like, nah, it'd be on the next console.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series,
Haha.
Splatoon 3.
I called it, everybody. I called it.
2022, so it'll be a while.
Yeah.
We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Yay! So a lot of the games they showed, I wasn't like completely into it. So I think that's like, yeah, that's it for now. That is it. That is all. So yeah, my ultimate thoughts. There were some things that were pretty cool. The new Smash Bro, I think that's cool. I haven't played the game yet, so I think I would appreciate the character a lot more when I play the game, which I absolutely am playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think it's cool. It's a female character, you know, girl power, right? But yeah, I honestly wouldn't have minded some more Sonic characters. There's other, like a lot of options of characters that could have gone with, but I think that's cool too. So I think that's awesome. And a lot of the games they showed aren't really games that I've really played. Monster Hunter looks pretty cool. I need to get into Monster Hunter sometime. Skyward Sword, I think it's cool that they're bringing that HD version because it deserves it. I'm not going to be getting it myself probably because I already played it and I'm completely fine with it. It's a great game though, so it really deserves it. A lot of it, like I said though, not exactly into some of it. Some of it I'll may give it a try, but there's a lot of games that are kind of like, I mean, it's all right. But Splatoon 3, awesome. I am happy about that. That's gonna be awesome. I need to play Splatoon 2, and again, I called it. Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.